Hey students, welcome to another episode of School on Air. I'll be your instructor for Basic Science and Technology GSS 3 class. So this will be the second episode of our topic on processing of materials. We are including clay, ceramics and glass. So this is the second part of the episode. This episode we are going to be talking about the advantages and disadvantages of these materials, that is advantages of clay, advantages of ceramics, advantages of glass, disadvantages of clay, disadvantages of ceramics, disadvantages of glass. So let's start with clay. So what are the advantages that we can get from clay? Number one, it is very affordable for the common people. We said clay can be gotten from hilly places and where there are rocky areas. So clay, it is very affordable, so it is cheap for a common person to get it, to excavate it. So it is not requiring a very hard process to get. So that makes clay very cheap or very affordable for everybody. Number two is it is a poor conductor of heat. It is a poor conductor of heat. That is, it cannot conduct it. It cannot transfer it from one place to another, since the compounds in it that makes clay up are not metals, so they cannot conduct it. It cannot transfer it from one place to another. That makes it a non-conductor, that is an insulator. So it is a very poor conductor of heat, that is cannot transfer it from one place to another through clay. So number three, it is a poor conductor of electricity. It is a poor conductor of electricity. What do you mean by electricity? Electricity is the flow of electrons from one place to another. That means if clay is a poor conductor of electricity, it cannot allow the flow or the movement of electrons from one place to another through the clay. So clay is a poor conductor of it. It cannot give electricity and it cannot transfer electricity. So it is not like a metal or like a wire that is a conductor of it, because it is not made up of metals. So it is a very poor conductor of electricity, since it cannot transfer electricity from one place to another and it cannot pass electricity through it. Let's continue with the advantages of clay. Number four, the external temperature does not affect the internal temperature. The external temperature of clay does not affect the internal temperature of clay. What do we mean by this? If the external temperature is hot, for example, if the external temperature is high and the in normal material, the internal will also be hot because it should transfer heat. But since clay is a poor conductor of heat, the internal and the external may have different temperatures. This is because it cannot transfer the heat, because it's a very poor conductor of heat from the external environment or the external surface to the internal of the clay. So that makes it have different temperature for the external part of the clay and the internal part of the clay. So the external temperature does not affect the internal temperature. Let's go to number five. Number five says it can be used as an ornament when decorating a house. It can be used as ornament when decorating a house. Our houses, we can use clay to mold our vase, for example, and other ornaments in our house, so that it will make our house more beautiful. So thereby, clay is acting as the ornament. So you can put a flower vase, you can make a clay, you can mold a clay to become a flower vase. Thereby, you can put the flower inside and make your house more beautiful to see. So that makes clay to be used as an ornament when decorating a house. So let's go to the advantages of ceramics. Advantages of ceramics. Number one, it does not conduct heat easily. It does not conduct heat easily. So like clay, since they are similar in content, it is also a poor conductor of heat. That is, it cannot conduct heat very easily. So it cannot